What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and today we're back for another Minecraft mod showcase video of one of my mods, the forest update. So as you can see, we are now in a forest biome right now, and I'm going to show you a few of the new features which I've actually added to this mod. Now, I thought the forest biomes in Minecraft were pretty bland. There's not really that many features that really pop out and make it interesting or anything of that much greatness. So, I decided to add a few new features to the biomes, and I've kind of been doing this routine thing recently where I go across all of the different biomes in Minecraft, and if the biomes aren't that great, don't have many features, or there's cool things that I could add to them, I add things to them in these mods. And I've been working on a few of these different mods recently, and the forest update is one of my most recent ones. Now, I do actually have a few other mods which I have to show you, which I will show you in due time, but right now, let's take a look at the forest update. Let's take a look at the features. So as you can see, you are greeted by a few different things here, okay? So first of all, we have 4, 5, 6 brand new mobs. So you can see over here we have 6 different mobs, and we also have new tree blocks. So first of all, I'm going to run through the mobs. So the first one that I've added is the boar. So, as you can probably already see right now, the boar uses the exact same model that the hoglins and zoglins use. And this is just a wild boar that spawns in the forest, because I thought it would be pretty cool to have wild boars here. These guys aren't exactly like that tanky, but if we just kill this guy over here, you can see he does use the same sounds as the hoglins, and if we kill him, we obviously do get pork as the drop. So you can obviously just farm these guys for food, just like pigs, and they'll spawn quite commonly in these forests too. The next one, which I personally like, is squirrels. Okay, so this is a brand new mob which I added, and these guys walk on the front legs, and they originally used the rabbit model, which I edited slightly, and these guys you'll see just kind of hopping about, walking around through the forest, and just walking in between the trees. So it's just a new wildlife that's added to the game, and the cool thing about these guys is you can actually tame them as pets, because one thing about Minecraft is I feel like there's not that many different variations of pets you can get. There's a good deal. So for an example, parrots, cats, dogs, etc. But I obviously wanted to add some more, which is why I added the squirrel. So these guys you'll find naturally, but if you get an acorn, you can tame these guys, and you can have a pet squirrel. So if you want to have a pet squirrel, you obviously just use an acorn and you can tame it as a pet, which is super cool. Now, as you can see, this dude's just wandering about because I haven't gone further enough for him to follow me. But that's the squirrels. You can find them naturally in the forest, and to get the acorns you actually need to find acorn trees. Now right now you can see the tree leaves. Oh, he has followed me, so I guess he is definitely my pet. So he does follow you guys, remember. Yeah, you need to get acorn leaves. Now these leaves aren't transparent right now because I'm currently testing the mod in the test environment version of the game, so the trees are a little bit glitchy, but when you install the mod, the tree leaves will look normal. As you can see, it's the same for the other trees too, so that's just the version of the game I'm running. But yeah, if you find acorn trees around and you break the acorn leaves, you can see that the acorn leaves will always drop 1 acorn per leaf that you break, and these will spawn naturally on acorn trees which you can find generating around the world. And that's how you obviously get these acorns, which then you can use just to tame squirrels. So the only thing these acorns do is they tame squirrels. That's basically the whole purpose of it. Now one thing I am going to add is, so if you have an acorn in your hand, wild squirrels will also chase you when you have the acorn to kind of attract them too. I think that's going to be a cool feature that I'm going to add to this mod in a future update. So I've shown you the squirrels, I've shown you the boar, now I'm going to show you the wasp. So you've seen bees, and one thing I'm super scared of is wasps, okay? I hate wasps and bees. I've kind of mellowed out as I've got older, and bees don't scare me as much, but I'm still terrified of wasps. It's a lot better. I'm not going to run out and scream or overreact, but I don't like being in any room with wasps, okay? But even though I kind of have a semi-phobia of wasps, I decided to add them to the game. Don't ask me why I did this. This is definitely counterintuitive and not really what you should do if you have a phobia. So if you have a phobia of something, don't add it into Minecraft. I don't know why I did that. So you can see that this is basically an edited version of the bee. Now the only difference between this and the bee is the wings are a little bit different, and he has this longer tail and stinger on the end. but it does use the same sound. You can see it kind of flaps the wings a little bit different, and these guys will just hover. Now, they will attack me. If I just go into survival mode over here, the wasp will very slowly glide towards me, okay? And then it'll hit me, and it won't do much damage. It'll literally just do like 1 heart of damage. So they're not really very dangerous, and obviously if you knock them back, they go pretty far away, and they die pretty quickly. But when you kill them, they do drop honeycomb, which they've probably stolen from a beehive. So that adds a little bit more realism, and it adds a different variation of insect into the game. Now, if we put down a wasp, and then we put down a bee, as you can see, this is the normal bee, okay? And then we have the wasps in Minecraft. Now, the bees do actually go a little bit faster, I think, than the wasps, because I made the wasps really slow. But check this out, okay? The wasp is going to attack the bee. Okay, and you can see when the bee gets hit, he kind of buzzes over and stings the wasp, which is pretty ironic since they both have stingers. So now the wasp is dying and getting hurt from the sting. So wasps and bees will fight each other. The bee will sting and run away until it dies from obviously losing its stinger, but the wasp will just continue to chase. Because wasps are spawns from hell, and that's exactly what they do in real life, and that's why you should stay away from wasps, which is something which I try to do on a daily basis. So, that's the wasp in the mod, okay? Next up is the badger. So, as you can see, this guy looks a little bit like the fox, right? He looks kind of like the Minecraft fox. I did use the original fox model, which I built upon and changed a little bit to add these little guys into Minecraft. And these are the new badgers, okay? These are cool little guys that you'll find wandering around the forest too. Sometimes by themselves. Okay, I don't like the picture of that squirrel with its head on the badger's behind. That was a weird thing to see. But yeah, you will find these guys in the wild, and you can tame them too. Because like I said, the focus is on adding pets, okay? Now, in real life, badgers have quite a varied diet, but one thing they do actually eat is rabbit, okay? So if I spawn some raw rabbit meat and we feed it to the badger, we can tame the badger as our pet. So now we have 2 pets. We have a squirrel and we have a badger pet. So these are 2 really cool pets added to Minecraft using the mod, and a few people have commented recently for me to do a top 10 animals and pets video. Now, I have done a video on animal mods, but I haven't done a video on pet mods. So this kind of goes in that theme. If you guys want to try out my mod, you can also have more pets in the game as well. So that's a cool feature I wanted to show you. There are now 2 other mobs which I haven't shown you yet, and these mobs are the wizard and the druid. Now, for this demonstration, I'm not actually going to show you the mobs by themselves. I'm actually going to show you the structures which the mobs actually spawning, because the mod, the forest update, which I'm showcasing right now, doesn't just add a few mobs, it actually adds 2 brand new structures into the forest biomes too. Now, as we fly and kind of glide over the world, you can probably already see at the far side, there's actually a few different tower structures which you can see in the distance rendered in our world. Now, these towers are where wizards will spawn. These are new wizard towers, okay? Because I thought, we have witch huts in the game already, but we don't have wizards or wizards towers. And wizard towers can spawn in the forest now with this mod, just like witches huts do spawn in the swamps. So as you can see, if we go into this nice little base over here, which a tree is unfortunately growing through, which is not supposedly how it's supposed to be, but that's just the nature of the tower spawn in the forest, I guess. But if we just break through some of these blocks here, you can see we have a wizard, okay? So we do have wizards that spawn inside these wizard towers. So that's pretty cool. We do have these wizard towers which now spawn. I'm going to fly to the second wizard tower because it'll be a lot easier to show you the actual mob and what's inside the base when there's not a tree growing through the wall, because that's not supposed to be happening. Okay, this is Minecraft Gandalf's base, okay? Let's just call this wizard Gandalf. Okay, so we're going to go in Gandalf's base. I guess the other dude was Dumbledore. There's no door because... okay, I can't see the door. Let's just smash through his window. He won't care, right? Okay, so this is the wizard mob in Minecraft. Now, you can see it basically looks very similar to a witch and functions very similar, except these guys won't attack you or be hostile unless you attack them first. Okay, so now we're in survival mode. You see this guy's just chilling, right? Okay. Now he's punching me. Maybe that's because I hit him first, or maybe I did make them hostile. Can't remember. But anyway, you can see they don't do too much damage, and they have the cool particle effect, just like nether portals do. So if we hurt this dude, he will drink potions exactly like a witch. They perform very similar in a fashion to witches. They do have some custom abilities, though. When you punch him and hurt him, he does have the chance to spawn skeletons and zombies, which obviously, since it's the daytime, they're going to be kind of useless because, I mean, in daytime, skeletons and zombies burn, so it's not like he has much of an army to fight for him. But he does have the chance to spawn a few enemies that will actually help fight for him. Now, he does have a wide selection of loot that he can drop, okay? So he has this really random uncraftable potion. It gives a drop of a random potion, and usually it's the uncraftable one, which doesn't really do much. So he drops a random potion, which I guess you could just use for a glass bottle. Then he drops a book, and sometimes he can drop an enchanting table. So we got one of the good loot drops, but he does have a series of different loot drops that he has the chance to drop. So if you go kill other wizards, you might get different loot each time. So that's a way of getting an enchanting table and some cool magic based loot which you can find, which is kind of cool. That's not the only structure in this mod, okay? The other structure is the Druid's Hut, which thankfully for me is actually spawned over here, so I can quickly show you this. So this is the Druid Hut. These spawn in Forest 2. These, as you can see, there's particles coming through the Witch's Hut. That's where you know the Druid is. And these are heavily inspired by Witch Huts, okay? So these can spawn anywhere in the forest. And inside, you can see it's a really cool base, okay? In here, we have leather armor on a rack. We have an enchanting book on this little frame here. We have a stick. And the loot inside the Druid's Huts are always the same, okay? So every Druid Hut, you will actually find the same turtle eggs, turtle shells, enchanting material, food, etc. And you'll find a set of leather armor. So you can go here. If you want to get in and get out, you can get some really easy, quick leather armor. Or, if you want to actually stop around and fight, you can actually take this really good loot afterwards too. Now you can see there is actually 3 different chests, but only one of them has loot in. And there's some cool blocks here, okay? So we have these soul lanterns, we have the soul fire from the new nether update, and we have this druid, which is this woman who's in a hood and cloak and just chills in here. She's just chilling. So if we go in survival mode, you can see she is going to attack me, and she also drinks potions too. So both of these guys are magic mobs, and the witch drinks potions. Now the witch also has chance to summon mobs as well, and the chance to summon mobs for her is usually a different selection of normal spiders, cave spiders, and random other mobs that can hurt you too. So she has the chance to summon a few mobs, and she'll also drop magic items too. So maybe she might drop a random enchantment book or another uncraftable potion or random potion, but the loot will be different each time, like I said, so there is obviously the opportunity to get different loot when you kill different druids or wizards. So these are the 2 structures in this mod, and that's the end of the Forest Update mod for Minecraft. If you guys do actually want to know where to download this mod, you can click on the link below on the Patreon, which is the page to become a member and support the channel. And one of the bonuses of being a member on that page is you actually get these mods as downloads. So you guys can go and download this mod if you become a member in the link below. Obviously, you don't have to become a member, that's just your choice if you want to support the channel, but you can also try this mod out if you do so. So make sure to like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.